నటులు చాలా మందే ఉంటారు, కానీ పరిపూర్ణ నటులు చాలా అరుదుగా ఉంటారు. అటువంటి వారిలో ముందు వరుసలో ఉండే వ్యక్తి కంప్లీట్ యాక్టర్ మోహన్ లాల్. ఆయన సృష్టించిన కలెక్షన్స్ అమోఘం, అందుకున్న అవార్డులు అజరామరం. ఒక్క కాలాపాని చాలదా ఆయన ఏంటో చెప్పడానికి? ఒక్క వానప్రస్థానం సరిపోదా ఆయన ఏంటో చూపించడానికి? మలయాళ ఆనిముత్యం అయిన ఆయనకు మన తెలుగులోనూ అసంఖ్యాక అభిమానులు ఉన్నారు. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మలయాళంలో సూపర్ హిట్ అయిన 1971 బియాండ్ బార్డర్స్ అనే సినిమా ఇప్పుడు తెలుగులో యుద్ధ భూమిగా 1971 భారత సరిహద్దుగా రిలీజ్ కాబోతోంది. మరి అల్లు శిరీష్ ఇందులో క్యామియో రోల్ ప్లే చేశారు. సో ఈ సినిమా విశేషాల గురించి మన కంప్లీట్ యాక్టర్ మోహన్ లాల్ గారిని అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం. ఏఎన్ఆర్ కాంబినేషన్ లో వచ్చిన 1994 లో గాంధీవన్ సినిమా ద్వారా తెలుగు ప్రేక్షకులు పరిచయం అయ్యారు. ఆ తర్వాత 2016 లో ఎన్టీఆర్ కాంబినేషన్ లో జనతా గ్యారేజ్, ఆ తర్వాత మనమంతా సినిమాల ద్వారా తెలుగు ప్రేక్షకుని మనసును దోచుకున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు 2018 లో యుద్ధ భూమితో తెలుగు ప్రేక్షకులకి మరింత చేరువవుతున్నారు. మరి వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఇన్ దిస్ మూవీ?
ఐఎమ్ thankful to the Telugu industry for considering me for this role, and like a family member, because my first entry into the Telugu film with Nageshwar Rao sir was a song we shot long back over here. Again I had some offers, I didn't do it at that time. Then I did Manamanta, which was a complete film of mine, and Janta Garage. And after that, some of my movies were dubbed into Telugu. 1971, it's my fourth film with Major Ravi, army subjects. Most of our films are real films, real stories. Like the 1971 is a real movie. Real story happened that the 1971. I'm playing the role of a very popular person called as Hoshiar Singh. He's a legend in the army fraternity, and Sirish is playing the role played by Sirish is also a real character. Real person is he was a second lieutenant. He's an army doctor, Narayan Ketan Pal. So it's a story of two officers and their relationship, and the main thing in the movie is like how to respect your enemies, and it's no enemies, but it's all happenings. After the death of a person, then he is not an enemy or whatever. So this is the story of India and Pakistan, and Hoshiar Singh happened to be the person who is responsible for a attack, and actually it's a very important sector, and his relationship with his boy and how he handles the situation. And after the death of the colonel, another is a Pakistan. You see how he is respecting that person. After that, he is not an enemy, and not an enemy. So he wrote a letter and put it in his pocket. You should see the movie, then only I cannot reveal all these things.
No time.
ఇంతకు ముందు ఫ్యామిలీ ఎంటర్టైనర్స్, లవ్, సెంటిమెంట్ మూవీస్ చేశారు. ఇప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ డిఫరెంట్ జోనర్ లో ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ మధ్య జరిగిన వార్ నేపథ్యంలో యుద్ధ భూమి చేశారు. సో వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇన్ దిస్ మూవీ?
Well, I have done many films on a army subject. First movie was Kirti Chakra. See, most of the films we shot in the real places, with real ammunitions, real weapons, real military. So the Kirti Chakra is rated as one of the best films of army in India, because it's rated as one of the best films which is made in army subject. I made a film on Kargil war, which we shot in Kargil in the real place. We did a film on Kandahar, that is the Kandahar hijack, and the 1971, and all these stories. And his Major Ravi, since he was in the army and he had a very good reputation in the army, he knows about the subject, and he knows about the inner stories of the army. So he made it so real. That is why all these films are very convincing and very patriotic.
కేరళ రెస్లింగ్ ఛాంపియన్ గా 1977-78 లో విన్ అయ్యారు. యుద్ధ భూమిలో వార్ ఎపిసోడ్ చేశారు. సో ఈస్ ద ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఆఫ్ రెస్లింగ్ హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఇన్ దిస్ మూవీ?
There can't be wrestling in the army. That's an entire different subject for which I've done so many action films. Because of the wrestling, you cannot say. Again, it's a make-believe thing. So how you convince the audience, how you enact the real thing, which are the real things, how you looking at it. So of course, wrestling can help you a lot when you are doing some actions. But when you come to the army films, it's a different shot and a different experience.
డైరెక్టర్ మేజర్ గారు ఫస్ట్ మీకు స్టోరీ చెప్పినప్పుడు యాజ్ ఏ ఇండియన్గా ఎలా ఫీల్ అయ్యారు? హ్యావ్ యూ టేకెన్ ఎనీ స్పెషల్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఆర్ ప్రికాషన్స్ ఫర్ యాక్టింగ్ దిస్ మూవీ?
No, after doing Kirti Chakra, I had the chance of getting into this film with the fraternity because India government given me the honorary rank of a lieutenant colonel in the army. So after that, we had a lot of experience. Since I am a part of the fraternity, I have more responsibility towards the movie also. Like, for example, we should be very careful. Like most of the films that you watch, where the uniform is not correct. Small mistakes, but small mistake, it's not a small mistake, it's a big mistake. So if you watch our movie, their uniforms, the way they walk, their interactions, everything, their vehicles and their body language, everything will be exactly same 100%, 99% maybe, all that. So it's a question of how you connect with that fraternity and how you enact. So luckily I am also a part of this fraternity. And with Ravi, he's also keen on such things because, he was an officer. He's rated as some of the best commandos in India. So he's responsible for each and every actor. And they should be very perfect and all that. So most of his films that's why his films has got a very real business. Like when you watch the film, you are feeling it is so real.
సినిమా డైరెక్టర్ ఏకే రవీంద్ర గారు ఇండియన్ ఆర్మీలో మేజర్గా వర్క్ చేశారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆయన డైరెక్షన్లో మీరు మేజర్గా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు. హౌ డిడ్ యూ ఫీల్ ఫర్ దట్?
No, we created a character on Major Mahadev because it's a continuation. Like even in 1971, the role I played is Major Mahadevan's father. So it has become a very important figure in Kerala, in the film industry or to the Kerala audience. Because in the south, we don't know much about the army, what they are doing, how they are working on our safety. So after Kirti Chakra, only our people came to know the kind of importance we should give to the army persons. So through Kirti Chakra, we made a big revelation to the people of Kerala. I mean, after watching each and every film, they just Bharat Mata Ki Jai or Vande Mataram. It's so beautiful, and in every film of Ravi that you watch, it's a beautiful national integration. Like, I cannot call it a caste or creed or religion, but we are trying to convince the people that it is nothing called enmity, nothing called religion, we are all human, nothing called war, but when it is necessary, we should be prepared for that. But we have believable messages. And we go, it's not only an action film or an army movie, but inside, and the message we are trying to propagate is very truthful and very affectionate.
యుద్ధ భూమి పేరుతో గతంలో మెగాస్టార్ చిరంజీవి వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు ఆయన మేనల్లుడు అల్లు శిరీష్ యుద్ధ భూమిలో యాక్ట్ చేశారు. అల్లు శిరీష్ గురించి కెన్ యూ సే సంథింగ్ అబౌట్ అల్లు శిరీష్?
He has done a good job. Like it is not that easy for him for his body language suddenly coming to and since most of the people are from this fraternity, from the army, he should not look against this, like, against the army. So Mr. Ravi was very keen. The way he walks, the way his body language was, it is under heavy training. One boy is coming as an officer. He should be very, very convincing. So with Ravi and with his hard work, I think Sirish has achieved that. He has done a good job in the movie.
మనియంపుల్లో జగపత్ బాబు గారితో చేశారు. కంపెనీలో అజయ్ దేవగన్, వివేక్ ఓబెరాయ్తో చేశారు. జిల్లా సినిమాలో విజయ్తో చేశారు. వాట్ ఆర్ ద సజెషన్స్ గివ్ టు అల్లు శిరీష్ యాజ్ ఎ సీనియర్ యాక్టర్?
No, that is their intelligence. They have to cultivate their intelligence and they have to develop and they have to become a good actor. It is their. I cannot give an advice or something, but definitely he can watch movies, he can read books, and this is. I got my own way of looking at movies, so he has to develop. It is to. We have to get good films, good directors. Then only we can prove. And I'm very sure that he will become a great actor, and I wish him all the best for 1971 for Allu Sirish.
వార్ బ్యాక్ డ్రాప్ లో ఇంతకు ముందు కొన్ని మూవీస్ వచ్చాయి. ఈ సినిమా షూటింగ్ కూడా ఇండో పాక్ బార్డర్ లో అప్పుడు వార్ జరిగిన లొకేషన్ లోనే జరిగిందంట. ఈస్ దేర్ ఎనీ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ దోస్ మూవీస్?
In 1971, we have a very different experience because this is more of tank fights. We call them hathis. If, for example, if you take Mahabharata war, there are elephants. Like tanks are like elephants, and we call them as hathis. So this is a very special way of fights. It is not like sparring. We have to develop a kind of setup, and we have to create a very important strategy to achieve this. And in this movie, without anything, only because of his courage, Sirish has taken a tank, and then it's a real incident, you see. After passing out, a real person works only 4 months in this army. We pass it away. So it's the decision of the way the location where we shot, it's also a real location. It is not that easy to go and shoot there. So we are at that time, and every film has got its own what you can call problems, it's got its own interesting factors. But this film has got a the terrain was very tough, and because of Ravi and because of all the other persons who involved in this movie, and of course from the army also we had a very good support. And the tank fights are very interesting, and driving a tank is also not an easy thing. We have a very small space to sit and do it. So Shirish was very keen on learning and did a good job. Yeah.
యుద్ధ భూమి సినిమాలో మీరు బాగా ఎమోషనల్ గా చెప్పిన ఒక డైలాగ్ తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ కోసం చెప్పండి. ఫైనల్ గా వాట్ ఆర్ ద హైలైట్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మూవీ?
The highlights are the tank fights and the emotional part. It is the message. You should respect a person even though he is an enemy. After the death of a person, the enmity is not there. And why wars are happening, how they are shaping up, how we can avoid war. It's a question of it's what you can call. Certainly, if you ask, I cannot say the highlights. It's a beautiful film, and it has got a beautiful message. Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ బీయింగ్ విత్ అస్ సార్. సో ఈ మూవీ మలయాళంలో ఎలా అయితే సూపర్ హిట్ అయిందో తెలుగులో కూడా అంతకంటే సూపర్ డూపర్ హిట్ అవ్వాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటాం. విష్ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్.
I can pray for that, and it will be a great success. Good luck. Thank you.